Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alden Bynum, good morning. Ham and cheese, good morning. Cheese grits, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Alden Bynum, good morning. Y'all pay attention. I want you to pay close attention to the NBA bubble games. I call this probably, pay close attention to the NBA bubble games. And I'm about to tell you what it looked like. The NBA bubble games look like a G League game. Look like and are being played like a G League game. They looking like it look like and playing like the G League, right? Now you like, oh, it look like the G League and stuff like that, right? The spacing of the court, the NBA and the G League have the same dimensions, the same spacing, feet to inches, etc., etc. But at a G League game, it looked different. Remember, I follow and have followed since the G League shut down. Like, I was following G League teams. I was following two teams: the Memphis Hustle, one of the best things in sports, and the College Park Skyhawks. You did, out of Atlanta. And if you pay attention to any G League games, and looking at the NBA bubble, look pretty similar, right? Like, and what I mean, they got the same thing, but it just looked different in the G League. And so, another thing is that, and in the G League, dudes hoop, right? Dudes play, like it's and I'm sad, it's sad to see. It's like they play like a crowd not there, which in a lot of nights, in those certain cities and towns, it's not a lot of fans, right? So, it's not a lot of fans. And so even with fans there, check out a G League game with fans there, whether a large crowd or a minimal crowd, still look like, especially with the minimal crowd, I hate to say it, right? But with the minimal crowd, the NBA bubble really look like the G League, right? I'm telling you. Now, and then, that's why you got a lot of guys on teams, certain teams hooping that you might have never heard of. Like, you got a lot of guys hooping on teams that you kind of never heard of before. Or like, what's the boy name? Boucher. From Toronto. Right, he had a dunk the other night. Like, dang, they got a little baby Siakam. Like, but Boucher. They got a couple of dudes in the fourth quarter the other night. The Denver Nuggets put in a whole starting five of G Leaguers up against Boo Boo and them, against LeBron and them, and they took them to the brink. Right? They took them to the brink of the game. G League players are playing against LeBron, and so with the G League players, you're gonna have them dudes, and then if you check out about the 8:43 mark in the fourth quarter of the NBA or the games going on right now, somebody gonna at least have 110. Somebody gonna hit that 100. They've been hitting the 100 mark. The game's been high scoring like G League games, right? You get the right mix of NBA superstar and G League ballers on the team, you might have you one. Because them dudes, the dudes that came from the G League in this, They hungry, and they know how to play this ball. And that's why the fourth quarter for teams are so important. And in the G League, they get it in. They be shooting that rock. They be playing. Like, it's freestyling. Like, almost like a freestyle almost. Right, but them dudes be balling. Man, them dudes be balling. So I want you to pay attention to it. Yes, the lackluster with no people, with no crowd, I'm trying to say it. But the G League games are looking like, the NBA bubble games look like G League games. And it's like I said, they score high points. You're going to get that dude that might, from the G League on the team, like your boy, what is Gary Trent Jr., something like that. Gary Trent, he kind of went cold. He was hot. But he's going to get hot again for Portland. And I'm telling you, you keep giving them dudes experience, they're going to get hot. This been all them buying. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. Hey.